Okay, while she's looking for that, I'm gonna talk. So as I was saying, we are the district wellness coordinators for Armada Area Schools, and that is for the staff. So we started that last January. It's been a huge success. We came on the call, I think this time last year, to discuss it. And with that program, the students were hearing about all the fun things that we were doing and said, we want a student wellness club. No, it's not that one. So we were super excited. We're like, this is a great idea. We had 5 really outgoing students who wanted this the most, I guess I would say, and they started recruiting members. So we have about, I think, 500 kids in the school, and we now have almost 60 students in, that's not it. Okay, sign into my thing. About 60 kids in the club. So each month, as soon as we can figure out how to get signed in here. Sorry, we were signed into 2 different things.
That's okay. If you want to send us your PowerPoint, we can share it.
Oh yeah, why don't you do that? That would be easier. So each month we have a different theme. A lot of it is focused on community because we want the students to be actively involved in the community and see that being an active participant and taking care of others makes them feel good about themselves and is good for their own mental health. And then we have monthly meetings where students can either come to us at lunchtime or we meet for about 30 minutes after school and we just discuss ideas, what they see, what their peers want, how we can positively impact them. Sorry.
Okay, sorry, this is Rory. So we have done some really fun activities and it's all student led and we work with the community. So we've done some things like a trunk or treat in the fall. We have done did an egg hunt for Easter. And then we did where we went to the nursing home during Christmas time because we wanted to really focus on like depression, seasonal depression, loneliness around the holiday season. So that was very, I think, eye-opening for students and a good experience for them. Part of our wellness club is that the only prerequisite is that you have to just not be an unkind person. So there's nothing like they don't have to put in a certain amount of hours or they are required to come to the events and participate. But as far as you know, having to like be nominated or anything like that with like other clubs, it's really everyone's welcome. So it's been nice because it's been a real big mixture of different students and they've been able to really get to know one another in a better way too, like between the grades, you know, 9th through 12th grade.
I think the biggest thing for this club to get started too is the first thing we did was fundraise. We are not able to provide anything with the district without any funding. We don't have the funding for it. So students, aside from just being focused on wellness, they acquired some really good communication skills because they had to go out into the community and say, hey, we're trying to bring mental health and physical health initiatives to our students. Do you want to support us? For $50, you can have your name on the back of a t-shirt and help fund our program. And we had a huge response. I think we got about $4,000 in donations. So here we go. Finally, thank you everyone for your patience. So our
Robbie, you're able to see this. Sorry.
Our club mission is to provide information, organize events, and promote practices that lead to the physical, emotional, and mental wellness of students, staff, and our community. Our goal is to promote inclusive wellness programs and services that promote lifelong wellness. So we have 9th graders, we have 12th graders, we have honors students, we have students who maybe are just barely passing their classes. It doesn't matter. We want you involved. You are welcome to join. So this is what Rory was mentioning earlier. No cost to join, no requirements. And then these are just some kids on Unity Day wearing orange, promoting kindness.
One of our events that we do is mindfulness morning messages on Mondays, where we have a student who will make that announcement every Monday morning. Like I said, the trunk or treat, which was actually the first time that our community has had a trunk or treat like through the school. So that was really interesting to us. Like we have a parent teacher club, but they had never done that, but they did come and like support us, which has been really nice. Then the nursing home, where we played bingo, kids did manicures. We had the elementary students make cards for the residents at the nursing home. We did a wellness week where we gave away prizes and we had a theme for each day.
We'll talk about that in a
Right.
minute.
And then our nutrition month where we've partnered with our art of lettering class, and they did a really great job of like doing some signage that we could put around the building. Then we do an elementary recess with club members. So that's where they're given 4 different challenges to do during that month in the classroom. And they're very basic. They're like crab walk, jumping jacks, something that isn't very time consuming. And then they let us know that they've completed it and they get entered to get an additional 15-minute recess, which is good for the students, but also good for the teacher to give them a little extra break. We do free throw Fridays. So we host where the kids come in and they shoot baskets and they sign in and they can be entered to win a gift card. And then the Easter egg hunt. And then we now do the Wellness Wednesday announcements.
And again, with like those announcements, these are students who we were trying to hold in laughter because the communication skills were a real struggle. This generation is the Snapchat generation. So aside from just the mental health piece, this has really been good for their communication skills and their confidence. They also presented at a school board meeting about their club. So it happened, I screwed that up in a way, I guess, because it happened to be the largest crowd for that particular school board meeting and they wanted to kill me, but they did awesome. They got in front of, I don't know, maybe 200 people and talked about their wellness club and all that they've achieved. So that was really good. So these are just pictures. That was our trunk or treat and then the nursing home. I think our biggest event was the wellness week. So like Rory was saying, we had a different theme. So if you look over here, this was a flyer we shared with the community so that teachers, students, parents could get involved. So we focused on mostly a lot of mental health, self-care, mindfulness, workout Wednesday, just trying to get extra steps in and show that it's fun. We had prizes that were very age appropriate and generationally appropriate. So we got that feedback from our club members. What do your peers want? They want a wall of water bottles. They're going to participate if you give them something cool like that to work for. Subway gift cards. In the middle picture there, we've got Brooke and Taylor with spa gift certificates. So we bought one and then we had one donated. So they were able to win teen facials, cozy blankets. It was really fun. If you pick something like this where it's a lot of laid back and inexpensive ways to participate, then you get a huge participation from everyone. So it was very inclusive. Some people were like, well, we could dress up, or that's not really what we're about. We're about getting more people. So this was probably the most participation in any Spirit Week that we've ever had in the district.
And to add on to that, one thing that we did too, this wasn't just at the high school, we expanded it to the middle school and the elementary school. And again, one thing that we did too was we were sure to ask our active club members, what are your thoughts on using some of the money that we raised during our fundraiser to purchase prizes for the other schools? And because we're not going to make those decisions without getting their buy-in because it's their club. And they were like, yeah, for sure. And so we were able to promote it across all the buildings, and Wellness Week, we were also able to do the prizes for staff as well.
And then this is the March Nutrition Month. So this was really fun. We did a call in to win where we read a nutrition fact. Here's an example. Fact or fiction, foods that contain carbohydrates should be avoided. So teachers could consult with their class and then they'd call in as quickly as they could to the social worker office, not the main office, so they could get through quickly. And then if they were first and they were correct, they won a gift card. So
it was very competitive.
The staff loved it. And yeah, one of our math teachers was a 2-time champ. So that was a lot of fun.
Here's our Easter egg hunt. We purchased that beautiful Easter bunny costume, and we had a student who was very willing to do it. And we have a lot of incoming freshmen and that we're going to start to include in meetings and try to recruit some more kids. We have had like some open houses at the school, and during those we'll have other students try to promote and recruit some students that are going to be at the high school next year.
This one we're really excited about. So as Rhonda mentioned at the beginning of the call, one of the themes for May is Mental Health Awareness Month. The sun is coming out, it's getting warmer. So with our club funds, we purchased some of the things you'll see on our flyer here. Can jam, they can play on the lawn. Again, we're trying to appeal to the students. So they'll come out and they'll throw a Frisbee around. Some of our art students will enjoy the sidewalk chalk, rock painting. Their mental health awareness themed coloring pages. We're providing colored pencils. We bought cornhole. lawn ping pong games. There's a lawn area right outside of our lunchroom. So yes, they don't get a recess, but we all still need a little break and some sunshine and some fun. So we want to get them outside during their lunch, interacting with each other off of their phones, and then they'll feel those mood boosts and feel great for their mental health.
This is a picture of a majority of our members, and we have our wellness t-shirts on that are for the Student Wellness Club. And then this Sunday, we're actually going and doing a end of the year golf outing that was donated by a local golf course. So the kids are really excited about it. There's, teams that we have written up and set up on my dry erase board. And so they're coming in and they're, writing all these numbers of who's going to win and all of that. So little fun competition.
And then over on the right, there's an award that, so if you go on for your school, it's too late now. I think the deadline has already passed, but for future reference, on the Michigan Healthy Schools website, you can take a survey and answer questions. If you're involved in your school as a teacher, I think you can answer I didn't need to seek any assistance from administration to answer these questions. And we received the bronze winner award, honestly, only because I think our vending machines just have some unhealthy options and we do bake sale fundraisers. Otherwise, our scores would have been a little higher, but we're all about healthy balance. So we're very happy with the bronze award. And this was something that, again, the students were able to present at the school board meeting. So circling back to the golf outing, these students put in a tremendous amount of work. Like, this has been a huge undertaking for Rory and I, but also for the kids. So it was really important to us that we cap off the end of the year with a huge reward for them. And the overall consensus was that they wanted a golf outing, which great, that's healthy. We're out, we're gonna walk 9 holes, they're gonna play, they're gonna bond together, but they are rewarded for all of their hard work so that when our seniors leave, our incoming freshmen will be interested in joining, and our juniors and our sophomores will take over for our seniors, and we'll have a strong group to keep these healthy initiatives going. And that's everything. Does anyone have any questions?